At the end of last week's Parsha, Yosef gave advice and interpreted a dream for the butler. And as the butler is going back to Paro, Yosef reminds him twice to please remember me, recall me, mention me. I'm in prison unjustly. Maybe you and Paro can get me out of here. And what does the butler do? He forgets about him. He only remembers him at the beginning of this week's Parsha, only when Paro, years later, has a dream and needs interpretation. Something sparks in the memory, in the imagination of the butler. He says, there was somebody, not really important, in prison, That's not exactly remembering. That's not the kind of gratitude that he was supposed to have. Where do we get that kind of gratitude? And perhaps we can get a hint to the answer to this question from the laws of Hanukkah. The Talmud tells us about Hanukkah that these days of victory are remembered by the rabbis as days of Hallel v'Hodah. Hallel is praise, different. The Hallel itself is a tefillah, and the Alanisim that's added to the Birkat HaMazon is the Shemona Esrei. What's the Hodah? What's this thanks that we're supposed to feel? How do we do that? So the Riaz in Italy writes that the Hodah is the lighting of the Hanukkah menorah. That's right, the lighting of the menorah, when we look at the candles, what are you supposed to be thinking about? And the answer, writes the Riaz, is that's the Hodah. It doesn't mention anything else about lighting candles in that Gemara. In other words, the very first step in Hodah, the very first thing we have to do to really feel gratitude is to stop and think. It's very difficult in our lives that are very busy, lots to do, to take a few moments. But that's something we have to do. Somebody sends you a friendly text. Stop. Think about it. This person took time out of their day, stopped everything to send you a text. Even a simple thing like that deserves at least a little bit of time that we can give to stop and think and appreciate a little bit of what we received. The butler didn't have gratitude, but we, the Jewish people, we have gratitude that goes on for miles, for years. We have gratitude for Hashem, for all that He does for us. Not just a Hanukkah miracle, but for the breath in our lungs and everything else. We thank Hashem sincerely. But sometimes we have to stop and think about it. Have a Shabbat Shalom and a very happy Hanukkah.